Hi everyone, this is Connie from Nancy's Fancies in Richmond, Indiana, welcoming you to Embroidery Club for September 2020. Thanks for joining. Let's just jump right in and get started. We have lots of fun things to show you today and hope that you enjoy everything. This is our first time for videoing for our new YouTube channel for Nancy's Fancies, so please subscribe and like our YouTube channel. Nancy's Fancies will also be closed for this coming Saturday, September 5th through Monday the 7th for the Labor Day holiday weekend. And the last little bit of housekeeping that I have is for those of you that are in the local Richmond area, please watch this entire video for the secret word, and if you come into the store with the secret word, you will receive 20% off of one embroidery item, just as you usually did for in-store club. Okay, let's jump in and get started. We've been really busy here at the store. One of the first things I have to show you is this beautiful little hanging decorative piece by Janine Babbage. It comes in a couple of different hoop sizes and also a small towel design. It just stitched up just beautifully, totally entirely stitched in the hoop. No regular sewing, no having to sew on borders on a regular machine. It's all done in the hoop, and the wire stand is available for $22. And this particular design is available and it is $16. This is by Janine Babbage. We just love her stitch outs. They're just, the directions are really super easy and they stitch out fast and just really super beautiful. So if you haven't tried one of her pieces, this might be a really fun one for you to try. Have a couple of new designs by OESD. This one is by their sister company, Scissortail Stitches, which has just a little bit edgier artwork. This one is called Boho Soul. I'll let Nancy get a close-up of the designs on this collection. There are 15 different designs. Fits a hoop size 5x7 and larger. Just a really fun floral and little fun edgier collection, and it is $35. Have an embroidery quilt by Emily Scott. It's $30. It comes in, looks like a hoop size of 7.5 by 7.5, and it's a football sports theme. Definitely nice for all of your football games and cozying up watching the big game at home. So if you and family is into sports, this would make a great gift for all of your football fans at home. This one is another one by Janine Babbage. This is God Bless America. It's also $16, and there is a wire stand available for this. It's a little triptych, 3 different designs to hang, and it requires a 5 3/4 by 8-inch hoop, and it's $16. And this one is really super cute by a new designer. This is called Birds and Berries from a bitofstitch.com. Birds and Berries is the name of this design. And it comes in several different hoop sizes, 4x4, 5x7, 6x10, and all formats available. So this could be really cute for your upcoming holiday sewing. I want to show you a few things that I've been making for myself. This is a free pattern that is available from Kimberbell. It is called the Love Notes Pillow. If you haven't tried any Kimberbell designs, this would be a really fun way to begin with Kimberbell. Get used to their instructions and stitching guides. It is a free pattern available for download on their website, and it's called the Love Notes Pillow. And all the directions are there for construction as well. But really cute little embroidery, some raw edge applique on the bird, and then some decorative details and some satin stitching everywhere else. But it just stitched up really, really cute, and it would be a fun way to get to know Kimberbell if you haven't tried any of their designs. We have a new one by OESD, and this collection is Holiday Birds by Sharon Lee. It's a 20 designs on this collection. I'll let Nancy get a close-up of all the little birds and holiday decorations with this collection. Fits hoop sizes 5 by 7 and larger. But a really, really fun stitch out. I'll hold this up so Nancy can get a good picture. A really fast and fun stitch out that you could whip up for your sorority friends. You could wrap it up with a gift of a baked item and a loaf of bread. Just really super pretty. And I want to tell you a little bit about the stabilizer that I used for this design. Nancy is now carrying an OESD stabilizer called Ultra Clean and Tear Plus. And it's a tear-away stabilizer, but it has a couple little bonuses that I just really love, and it makes hooping towels and any other bulky item a lot easier. It's a medium weight tear-away that has a peel-off sticky surface, so you would hoop this like you would any other sticky paper. But the advantage of this is after you stitch your design, and you may still need to add another layer of tear-away, is that it tears away really, really super easy. It pulls off and tears away without distorting, but it'll also wash away. And I left this on the back so that I could show all of you. This could just be sprayed with a spray bottle, and this backing will dissolve. So it's great for embroidering on towels. I wasn't able to fully hoop this design because I wanted it lower on the towel. So I was able to float it on the sticky stabilizer, and it just stitched out just beautifully. So again, this is the OESD Ultra Clean and Tear, and it's really nice. It tears away. Nancy's had some other OESD products that we've used that have cutaway, and this one is really great because it tears away and then it washes away. So you might want to check this one out and add it to your stabilizer supplies. Another design that we've stitched out this month is by Janine Babbage, and it's called With a Grateful Heart. I think this just stitched out just beautifully. The details of the satin stitching and the decorative stitching is just really, really pretty. It looks like it would take a long time, but it really went very quickly. These are, there's applique underneath the stitching. These are 3D leaves that are created in the hoop and then stitched on after the quilt backing has been added. Just a really fun decorative piece for Thanksgiving that you might like to keep for yourself or for gift giving. And this is by Janine Babbage. And I have another Janine Babbage design. This really cute little apron that Nancy's put together. The secret ingredient is always love. This comes in 2 sizes and an additional towel design, so you get 3 designs in the package, and as always her stitching and her satin stitching and decorative stitching is just beautiful. This would be a great way to try Janine Babbage if you haven't tried her designs, but they stitch out just perfectly. And this is $16. I have another quilt that this one is called God Bless America. We have a lot of embroidery fans that like to do patriotic pieces. This is a small little mini quilt pattern. Hold this up and let Nancy get a nice close-up of the quilting detail. Very kind of folk art-ish style. It comes with 2 designs in 2 different sizes in all formats. to make this little quilt, and this was quilted using the Luminaire 2, and Design Center was used. The embroidery design was still in the hoop from doing the stitching, and then just by using some tools in Design Center on the screen of the machine, we were able to create a bounding box to tell the machine where to place the stipple stitching. And if you'll notice, it did not stipple in the embroidered area, but we were able to tell the machine where to do the stippling, and it just looks so beautiful. It looks like it was done free motion, but done all in the hoop on the Luminaire 2. So if you haven't seen that feature on the Luminaire, stop by and Nancy would be happy to give you a demo on how Design Center can make your quilting so much easier. Let's see, what else do I have to show you here today? I have another item that I've stitched out using an OESD product that I want to share with you. This is a quilt design by Kimberbell. Their designs are very stitch intensive with satin stitches. And what can happen is that you can ultimately get puckers in your work. And I wanted to show this design today to show the stabilizers that I used, and just so Nancy could get a really good close-up of how that there are absolutely no puckers in this design whatsoever. And this block will be trimmed down and will be put into a little small quilt. What I've done for stabilizer, and I've left this together so I could show you, I've used the OESD fusible woven on the back to stabilize the decorative background fabric, and then I've hooped OESD Ultra Clean and Tear, and this is a really, really wonderful medium weight tearaway that supports all of the satin stitches beautifully. There are lots of different types of tearaway, but the fibers in this are just created in such a way that it's a much softer tear. It doesn't distort your designs when you're tearing them away, and the advantage of that is the design does not, the stitches don't perforate the tearaway quite as easily, giving you much better support. So what I wanted to show you today is just how easy this tears away, and it doesn't distort or pull any of my stitches. And just with holding your hand over the tearaway, it just comes off so beautifully. And if you were doing this on a towel or some kind of a wearable item, any other little fiber would eventually wash out. But again, there are absolutely no puckers in this design, and I really recommend, if you need to add another tearaway to your stabilizer inventory, try the OESD Ultra Clean and Tear. It is a fabulous product, and you won't be disappointed. It comes in various different widths, and Nancy will be happy to help you figure out which one is the best for you. Let's see, I have some quilting things to show you as well. This is a new collection by Moda, and it is called Ombre Fairy Dust Metallic. This is a new collection that is just in for Christmas, and I'll open one to show you all this beautiful ombre fabric. I think this would be beautiful in a quilt, or to add embroidery stitches of your choice. This whole collection is available. It's a half-yard bundle, and it is $59. So come in to the store and check this out. It's really, really beautiful. Let's see what else we have here. Nancy has created this beautiful little apron from a panel, and she's personalized it with embroidery for possibly a little granddaughter. So keep that in mind when you're looking for things to do your embroidery on. A panel might just be that perfect item. This is a really, really cute little panel. I believe it is $9, and it is available here, and would be just a perfect gift for a little granddaughter or a niece for the upcoming Christmas season. Let's see, I have another quilt pattern here that Nancy has created. This is called Charming Ever After. This was made from a charm pack, and this is quilted with an Anita Good quilting collection. I'll let Nancy get a beautiful close-up of that quilting. And Nancy says this just made up so quickly and just went together beautifully. It's always nice when you can use your embroidery machine to quilt your projects. It's just that much faster, and so you might want to come in and take a look at Charming Ever After by Creekside Stitches. And let's see, Nancy and Chris have put together several. This is called the Easy Striped Table Runner, and this is made from fabric and a special ruler. And this is called, again, the Easy Striped Table Runner, and you can also, this has also been quilted in Design Center, if Nancy can get a shot of the beautiful quilting. So it's quilted in the hoop on the Luminaire 2 in Design Center, and by telling the machine where you want that beautiful stipple, you can tell the software exactly where you want that stipple to be, and it will place stippling stitches in that area only. So you might want to check out the Easy Striped Table Runner. Very, very cute pattern. And another new design by Back Porch Fabrics. This beautiful little red and blue mini collection. For those of you that love Kimberbell like I do, I see these fabrics as very Kimberbell-like. The small prints just look like they would just be perfect for almost any Kimberbell quilt, and you could incorporate them in your next Kimberbell creation. So Back Porch Fabrics, it's by me and my sister Design. $9.99 for the charm pack and $4.99 for the little 2.5-inch square pack. So the last thing I want to share with you today is a technique, and it's all about Mylar embroidery. And I'll go ahead and show you. This is Mylar embroidery, and I'm going to kind of rotate this card so Nancy can pick up the sparkle of the Mylar on the camera, and it may not totally do it justice. But what is Mylar embroidery? Mylar designs have gained popularity recently, and they're a great way to show some shine and sparkle to your next embroidery project. Instead of using metallic threads, Mylar is a really affordable alternative to get this glitter appearance that you might choose for your upcoming Christmas holiday stitching. So I'm going to show you and walk you through the steps that I used to create this Mylar design. So what exactly is Mylar? Mylar is a type of a plastic film. It's a polyethylene film, and it comes in various colors, and it's used a lot for food packaging and gift wrap. And when it's used for embroidery, it can be machine washable and dry cleanable, but I'd like to say probably avoid a hot dryer unless you do some testing. But Mylar is used with specially digitized design, and this is an example of a Mylar collection by Anita Good. And I'll turn this around to the back. This is called Mylar Spring, so you can see all of the beautiful Mylar designs in this collection. Many different sizes and for all formats. And so Mylar is used, and this is another package of Mylar. This one is more like an opal iridescent, iridescent color, and it's used with specially digitized applique designs. And the difference is, instead of a solid fill, it's a much lesser density. And there are lines that are spaced apart on the stitching to allow for the Mylar to show through. So you get all of these beautiful colors showing through this sort of lacy stitching. And so it's very important that when you're using Mylar to use a design that is designated for Mylar. And when you're stitching out a design, and we'll go over this in just a minute, the design will tell you when to lay down your Mylar. So it's very important to start with a design that is created specifically for Mylar. When you're stitching with Mylar, the needle size that you'll want to think about would just be whatever is suitable for the fabric that you're working with. Remember, you're stitching out what is going to look like applique. So for many fabrics, an embroidery needle size 7511 would be very much, would just be perfect. For the thread that you'll use for Mylar embroidery, if you're using colored Mylar, you'll want to match the color of the Mylar to your top thread, and in most cases that will be perfect. If you're using an iridescent Mylar, it will take on whatever properties of the color of thread that you use, so you can use any color that you wish to highlight in your design. So the card that I made, and this is from the Anita Good collection called Christmas Mylar Collection, and it came out in July of 2020. There are many cute little designs for Christmas cards in this collection, including an angel and a snowman, a stocking, and you can download this collection yourself from Anita Good. Remember to use Nancy's Fancy's Anita Good code, and that code is 73467AX. That's 73467AX, and you can download this directly to your computer at home. If you've never tried Mylar and you would like to try before you buy a design, there is a collection of free designs available, and you can get that from, let's see, where do you get that from? There are lots of places that you can download some free designs, but from charmingstation.com you can download some free designs that you can try with Mylar. Nancy has some Mylar available